Come along with me. I'll show you. Ready? Go!
Right, let's see. So I put it out and saw it, see if I'd get a bit more footage last night, and I don't know, it's I ain't been getting much. There's quite a strong learning curve with this camera, but I intend bringing the review of it very, very soon. So anyway, let's go back and get me shopping and we'll go in. Back in the kitchen, just getting the pork out. So I've got to start doing the pork dinner now. It's not too warm for a dinner, but yeah, as you've seen, I've been and done my shopping. So yeah, it's been a fairly quiet week in respect of stuff like tech and what have you. Can't think of anything in particular that's gone bad. Other than, I know it was it last week? Basically, I did have a job and then had to let it go again. What it was, I was going to get a job taxi driving. Now, as many of you will know, here in the UK, I don't know how it is in the States, but here in the UK, you have to do a taxi license, and basically it's a DBS check. Make sure that you're not a bad person, you know, or somebody who interferes with children or anything like that, obvious reasons. So that was all good, and then I read further down the list, because obviously, basically, I applied for the DBS and everything. I got an appointment through for it, which was going to be in just a few days, actually. And then they sent an email with a load of other links. So I opened all these links, downloaded a load of PDF files, had a look at them and what have you. And there was a stumbling block, and it's an annoying one in a sense. In other ways, you can see why. But basically, what it was, I was going to have to undertake a medical, not a medical exam, but basically I would have to get a written medical form from my doctor. So he would have to fill in basically my medical background. And what it is with DVLA, who is the licensing, the car licensing system here in the UK, they say that after having epileptic seizures, after 7 years, you're free to have a full license again, on or off medication. Doesn't matter whether you're taking medication as long as you're not having seizures. Now, obviously, to start with, it's like they give you a license for 3 years, and then you reapply and they give you a license for another 3 years. Strangely enough, it goes from 3 to 3, and then 7, and you don't have to reapply again. Bit of a strange carry on that, but that's by the by. But with the taxi licensing system, which is run by the local council, basically you've got to be 10 years free, which I am. I haven't had a seizure in 12 or 13 years, I'm not sure. But in that time, you're also not allowed to be on any form of anti-epileptic medication, which I am. I've been left on it. It's one of the medications best not messed around with. If I were to suddenly just stop taking it, it could actually bring seizures back on just like that. So, but I've been left on it. It's one of those drugs that they would withdraw you from it slowly if they felt it was appropriate to do so. But yeah, so basically I'm supposedly on it for life. That's what I was initially told. Nobody's ever said otherwise or tried to reduce it. So that was that. So back to the drawing board with the job hunting. So I was a bit gutted about that. I think that job would have suited me. I'm quite happy to get up early and go and do school runs, early hospital runs, stuff like that. which is what they were going to do. They were going to give me 30 hours to start with, and there'd be maybe a few extras on there, and I would have to do, I think I was going to do every other Saturday night or something like that, because obviously they're a busy night. You know, and I was going to do airport rooms and stuff like that. So, you know, and I've got a pretty good knowledge of the, you know, the motorways and some of the main cities around the UK and that. So, yeah, I was a bit gutted, really. So, but yeah, something will come along. So anyway, I'm going to get on with my port dinner, guys. So I've just had to make another trip out, guys. Just a quick trip into the town. And that's pretty much it for the day, finally. Had a nice pork dinner with all the usual trimmings and that. Everyone's using these rat run roads around the town. You always get stuck behind cars and stuff, don't you, waiting for traffic to come by. It's sometimes it's the quickest way, even though it can be frustrating. So yeah, what was it? Yeah, so I was gutted about that job anyway, but yeah, so I'm still sort of looking. There are some other ones that I need to look at. I need to take a CV into a couple of places and not have it directly, which is strange because I've heard of these jobs that are available around and about, yet they're not on the websites. You just think, well, do they really want to employ anybody? It always makes you wonder, if you really want to employ somebody these days, you tend to put it online. A lot of the problem is that these job sites and that, they don't update quick enough. I mean, it's like the job centre's very own site has still got jobs on there that actually, I know for a fact, have been given to somebody weeks ago, and yet they are still showing on the what's it called? We have a name for it. It's that gateway site that belongs to them. And you know, it's very easy to set up an account. And it's also a case of they can watch your activity on there and make sure that you've been looking at jobs and stuff like that. But yes, I don't know. I mean, I've noticed there's a few forklift ones going in here. Now, I don't know if I can get a forklift license or not. I'd have to look into that. So it's also a case of most of them say, you know, they want you to have had like sort of like a few months at least behind the wheel of a forklift before they'll take you on. So you've also got to be wary of that. But I mean, the last thing I want to do is go to a job agency, because they're just 0 hours contracts. That's all they are. They're not, you know, I mean, when it comes down to the crunch, then obviously that's what I'll have to do. You know, because it's a case of you can literally be working an extra long shift one day to doing nothing the next day. And, you know, you hand to mouth, it's no good like that. You know, nobody can really live like that. It's been, I'll tell you what I did. It was something I was going to do, and I did actually get to do it in the end, but it was a bit iffy over how well it was going to come out. I'll put it in actually. I'll put it in here. I'll put it in as I'm talking. But basically, it is a time lapse of the solstice, summer solstice, on the 21st. So I actually, I actually went out with the village. It's only actually about a mile and a half out of the village, but it's like on one of the back roads, and you go up the hill, you go across the roundabout and up the hill. And I just kept looking to my left, looking for the sun, hoping that I'd sort of like get to see it somewhere, because it was a very cloudy night. And I just thought, typical, you know, the one night that I just wanted to get the recording, and as it happens, I drove up the hill and there it was, just peeking through this bit of cloud. And I wish that I had a better camera with a better quality zoom and stuff like that. With a bit of it just would have made it that bit better if I could have zoomed in, and so that you could have actually seen the sun a bit more. I mean, as it shows up, it just shows up as a dot, but obviously the colour of the clouds and everything as well adds to the shot, I suppose. And that was taken over a field, like I say, just north of the north. Is it? Yeah, it is just north of the village. Yeah. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. I was thinking about putting it on a stock footage site. Actually, I've put a few up on stock footage sites. There's only one that's actually available to buy at the minute. I don't know if anybody's ever actually. I don't know if any of you guys have ever sort of looked at it. Stock footage sites. I don't know. It's very hit or miss. I mean, you can follow sort of like trends and see what's actually selling on them. But I was thinking sort of like, I may as well throw some up. I've got a few bits of footage and stuff like that, and I'll throw them up on there. You never know. I might get lucky and the odd one might sell. I just thought it was worth a try. So, I mean, they do insist on you getting the footage right. They like the framing to be right, and they also want a bit of aftercare in the footage. A bit of colour grading and that. But yeah, like I say, I have got one live up there, and I've got about 5, I think, at the minute that are waiting to be looked at. Basically, they have to look at them, and they could get rejected yet. Because I remember I did get one rejected in the past, actually, a long time ago. Can't remember why now. I think the framing was off for it. They weren't happy with the framing of it, and said, "Oh, go away and see if you can reframe it." But I didn't bother putting that one back up, so I just did some more. Yeah, I just thought it was worth a try. Actually, the one I use is Video Blocks. I'll leave a link underneath, actually, to Video Blocks. It seems quite good. The site themselves don't take any money off you for it, but there is some sort of tax situation whereby you do get taxed after sales or something. I can't remember exactly how it works. But yeah, I obviously you pay more for 4K, but none of mine's 4K. It's all 1080. But yeah, I'll leave you a link to that anyway, guys, and I'll go in now. So yeah, it's been an okay day actually, weather-wise. It's a bit cloudy, but starting to just feel a slight chill in the air right now, but it's nothing much. But there was something. What was it? I can't remember. I'm always forgetting what I want to say. I've got everything cleaned up now, so I've got my green bin to go out tonight. Brown bin was done last week, but it's full again already because I cut the grass yesterday. So I got all that done. Still doing all like a load of grandkid runs and stuff like that. We had a granddaughter stay with us the other night as well. But yeah, there's all these things that you think, I want to mention that, and you always forget when it comes to it. There's a lot of bird activity this year, more than last year. It's probably because we've had that really warm spell. I keep thinking I'll try and get the bats one night, but I don't know that my camera's going to be good enough to keep up with it. That's the trouble. And of course, with the dark and that, and I haven't really got a camera that's that good under dark conditions, because I've got a DSLR in there actually that but I need to get a lead out for it. I need to find a lead. It's the larger mini USB basically. It was my dad's camera, it's a Nikon. Is it a Nikon or a Fuji? There is a Fuji in the same bag. It's a Nikon, I'm sure it is. A lot of lenses and what have you with it. I still haven't had a proper look at it, and it's going to be more for the wife to take photographs with than anything else. But and there is 2 batteries with it, but there isn't an external battery charger. And like I say, I need to fish out a lead to charge it up with and give it all a try out and that. I haven't had, like I say, I need a proper look at it really and see if it's got a you know, like an external mic port and stuff like that. But yeah, it's I'm hoping that, you know, maybe that'll be able to get some nice dark footage, you know, on a night and that. I don't know, I'll have to see. But yeah, it's just darkening over a bit now. The clouds are just covering where the sun sets over there. And that is a micro light. Let me just see if I can... There it is. There it is, centre of the screen now. Yeah, you see them around here occasionally, but that just, there's 2 of them actually. Oh yeah, there's 2 of them. There's been a lot of aircraft activity at the minute, which is something that's put me off getting the drone out. Obviously they're getting a lot of bad press at the minute, near misses and all that sort of thing, but nobody's actually come up with a decent photograph yet to prove that a drone was just off the wing of a Boeing or, you know, an Airbus or whatever. And there's all these posts and bad press coming, and it's like, you know, and I think they're on with a bill right now in this country to make us register our drones and stuff like that. But of course the strange thing is that happened in America, and now of course that's all been thrown out of court and made so that you don't have to register your drones, because apparently they were breaking the law, making people do it or something or other. I'm not sure, but that's American law, like. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, I don't mind registering it, but apparently there's some prices of like £30 being bandied around for a year, which I think is a bit of a rip-off. That's just people trying to make money. You know, if it's a one-off fee that, you know, you get a license and that's it, you don't have to do it again. I mean, I know it's not like a true license, but a number that you put on your drone, I'm all for it. You know, there are some idiots and what have you, but these ones where pilots say they saw a drone at 5,000 feet. I mean, you know, it was 500 metres away. You know, you're talking about something that far across and you saw it from 500 metres away. No, you didn't. Not when you're travelling at the speeds that one of those aircraft has to travel at, you know, 300 plus miles an hour. You didn't. And this is the thing, you see, it's like, you know, you go back before drones were about and it's like, oh, UFO. It's probably just some balloons or something like that, but that was the thing, UFO. In recent years it was a drone, you know, and the drone police all come out and that, and they are getting quite a lot of hate at the minute, which is unfair and unfounded. I mean, I've even read reports of people actually getting physically accosted while flying a drone in a place where they are perfectly allowed to do so. It's going to be one of those things that we're not allowed to do before long, or it's going to be too much trouble to do it. I mean, I do know that here, I mean, what's known as a special airspace, and we do have some military camps and what have you. One of the military camps, which is quite a few miles out in that sort of direction, where the air sea rescue takes off from, the big helicopter, and I think the police helicopter was coming from there, but I don't know if they still have that. I've got a feeling the funding was cut on that. And occasionally you get a lot of military action. But recently it's been crazy. I mean, there is one up to the northeast. It's a small airfield without a tower, and there's one out at York, which I'm not sure has a tower or not. I don't think it does. But they're all just small airfields, and of course I'm well out of the 5 mile radius of those, well out. But this area does have a cover on it of special airspace, which is basically, it is safe for me to fly in it, but it is getting to the point where you've now got to start asking permission to take off from a farmer's field, and it's just getting ridiculous, to be honest. It really is. And it's getting to where basically those with the money are going to be able to carry on doing it, and those without aren't. So, but yeah, that's enough of the negative stuff. It's just one more thing that eats at you. But yeah, so anyway guys, I haven't got a great deal more to say. I mean, I haven't really had a great deal to say throughout this entire vlog, I don't think. It's just, I'm not in the best of fettle at the minute anyway, so yeah. So I will say goodbye, so take care of yourselves guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheers guys, see you.